I hate thinking about how I spent the last 6 months and realize how far I could have gotten in my own growth and success on YouTube. Now, 6 months might not seem like a long time for a lot of people until you realize that was 180 days of just pure slacking off. Now, it might not be that to you, but to me, that was just straight unmotivational, unprogressive, and just no commitment to anything. Now, hi, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kevin. I run this channel, King Kevon, and I give you guys motivational and financial concepts that you can put into your everyday content creation, career, and just personal life goals. If you like what you like today, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And without further ado, let's get towards the video. Now, if you look at some of my older videos, especially the ones before I was doing this whole motivation niche, I said I think it was like the second to last video before I started locking in. I said I wanted to hit $10,000 by June of this year. Now, did I meet that goal? No, I failed that, right? Sucks to say, but regardless, we keep pushing. And just that entire period of the beginning, like the first half of this year, the only real progress I can say I did was, I mean, I was working practically every day of the week, every day. Well, not like when I was during school, because obviously I was doing school. I was still getting in like 3 days a week, but it was nothing crazy. I wouldn't say my life is all too different than how it was previously, but I will say that I am definitely in a better mindset than I was before. Then I wasn't really doing anything productive. I wasn't really too ambitious on anything solid. Don't get me wrong, I still had somewhat of a plan to make that $10,000, but I just wasn't doing anything to go and achieve it. I wasn't doing anything. I was seeing how my job was giving me a secure form of income every single week. So I was just content with that, sitting down and being like, yeah, I get paid this much. And hey, right now it looks like a lot of money, especially compared to my fast food job. It definitely did look like a hefty sum of money. So I was more content with just laying down and doing all that. 6 months doesn't sound like a lot of time to some people. And it doesn't even have to be 6 months. Just 3 months of sitting down and locking in really isn't a lot to a lot of people. But breaking it down day by day, 3 months is 90 days, 6 months is 180 days. Being active for that period, that long of a period of time, really, you can achieve a lot in that time. Just think about how much you get done if you just sit down for a week and you lock in. Okay, extend that. How much could you really get done if for 2 weeks you sit down and just lock in the entire time? Extend that. How long could you lock in for a month sitting down and locking in? A lot can change in a month. They say most habits form in 30 days and they stick within 60. But you can completely change your shift in position just by that alone. So that's why when I saw a video saying, listen, gang, it's halfway through the year. You said you was going to be locked in. Are you truly locked in? And I sat down. I had to come with terms to myself. I wasn't locked in at all. I kept saying I wanted to be locked in, and I kept trying to do what I wanted to do, but nothing was truly working. Now I'm sitting down, trying to do daily content, trying to lock in, trying to get myself out of the hole that I dug myself in. If I had just locked in earlier when I said I would have, when I said that I was truly in this, I could have had a lot more right now. Now, I do want to also say that I'm not like ungrateful for my position, or I'm not going to say, oh, I deserve this because I was locked in, or at least I had the mindset back then that of what I wanted to do. Again, I'm taking full accountability. I wasn't doing anything besides working, and because of that, my pockets and the stuff I buy show for that, right? But I don't have a name for myself. I don't have a other source of revenue because of that. And now we're sitting down and we're locking in with all of this. I've been posting somewhat regularly on this channel now, and if you just really look back to even just 3 months, it doesn't have to be 6 months. I keep saying that because it's true. It doesn't have to be 6 months. It could have been 3 months. If I would have just locked in for 3 months, I could have had something now. If you look at, I don't know if you won't follow my subscriber count, but I've been gaining a very slow source of subscribers from this. We're about to hit 20 subscribers. Dang, that's a lot more than when I started. I didn't have that many subscribers, and most of them was all friends. Now, when the first one came in, I was like, oh, maybe it's just one of my friends subscribing. And then another two came in, I was like, oh, maybe they gave it to somebody else or something. And then they just keep coming by the weeks, and it's just like, oh, maybe I'm starting to form an audience. Maybe I'm starting to gain something that I should have been doing. Maybe I'm starting to find my niche, my purpose, how I fit in this career and goals. And that's what's driving me. That's what's motivating me to continue to push through. Never go off of motivation. I've said this several times on several occasions. Your job doesn't rely on you to want to do your job. You need to do it because you need to do it. But at the same time, if you can find reasons to keep coming back, to keep reinforcing on why you want to do this, it's going to really motivate you to just do it more. It's going to push you to be like, okay, listen, I'm comfortable right now. I'm relaxing right now, but this has to get done. There can't be any excuses. The worst part of truly just not having those 6 months was there was never a point in my mind when I told myself, okay, I'm just going to bounce back halfway through the year. No, it was always just a 1 week or just like, oh, just not today, just a tomorrow thing. Or, oh, this thing just came up or this thing is going to come up. I'll do it after this thing happens. It was just waiting for that right moment for me that really ruined me, that really changed my chances for just ever sitting down and just being like, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm feeling like it. It doesn't matter if I actually want to do this. I need to do this. I need to push like I'm already the bigger picture, like I'm already the bigger person. If I was rich and I was gaining money off of each video I make, I would be uploading like 4 or 5 times a day. But I don't make any money doing this YouTube stuff. I still need to be uploading like I'm making money, like I'm driving with a purpose. The last thing I want to say in this video is, yeah, time passed you by and you maybe didn't have a great first start of the year like I did myself. Don't try to just push for everything at once. If you guys didn't see, there was a little bit when I was really consistent. I was uploading every day and I was doing this and that. There would be some days that I would miss, and I'd be like, okay, to make up for this, I'll do 2 drops in the one day in order to make up for it. And I'll keep my streak going, and I'll keep going, I'll keep going. And then there was just a little bit, I was just burnt out of it all, and I just disappeared for 2 weeks. I'm not letting that happen again. So anytime I'm just like, oh, I'm feeling comfortable, I'm sitting down, doesn't matter if a day passed, 2 days passed, 3 days passed, I'm coming back and I'm making another video. I'm coming back and I'm saying, I need this. I want this more than my competition. I want this more than other people in my niche. Maybe I would have hit my goal if I started 6 months ago. Maybe I would have already had branding, subscribers, and even sponsorships if I started 6 months ago. Maybe I would have been moved out of my own state, hometown. Maybe I would have flew out the country, went to trips, went to, I don't know, Japan or something. At the end of the day, those are all maybes, and I can't change where life is right now. The only thing I can do is set up my future self to be better than where I am at currently. So if I lock in for the next 6 months of my life, I don't want to look back and say, well, I wish I did this then, I wish I did that then. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to lock in. And it's up to you to decide, am I going to just, well, the years are practically already going to be over. I have, what, like 3-4 months left? Are you going to lock in for those next 3-4 months? Or are you just going to wait till next year and see if you ever truly get that motivation to pick up a camera again? To pick up going back to school again? To try going to a new job again? Whatever is in your path, will you decide that you want to push this? Well, and that's all you're going to get from me today. So if you guys like what you heard today, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm getting, it's late today. I'm probably still going to upload my daily video for the day, but it won't be at 6. I apologize for that, but I was just really tired. Like I said, I was at Anime NYC, and I probably got like a total of 4 hours of sleep for the day. So yeah, forgive me for that, but again, we're still doing this strong. I still want this to grow. So 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'll see you guys in the next one.